And today we are here to talk about the fact that the Columbus they deviated another picture and said it was him, a white man, that he discovered America. And they even tried to, console us a little by saying that he said when he came, he saw blacks, he saw Africans already in America. That's just a part. They just want to console us a little. When you think you've seen it all, you've not seen anything. When you think you've heard it all, you've not heard anything, right? And I don't just know where to put myself right now. Is it true? Is it not true? Is it another tactic? Most of the times there are a lot of things that keep unveiling, and then you can't just help but think, like, what the hell is happening and what has been happening? What have we been believing? What have we been believing? And the truth still remains that, I now believe this word, his story. Now, what is our story? What is your story? What is my story? A lot of things we see and say, okay, let's discover, is the story that someone just come and then write it down. Yeah, this person is this color, but you have to put it like this. And then you preserve that book, you write the date, and then in the nearest future, somebody comes to read it and say, oh, this is how it is. But that story is not the real thing. That story is his story, the owner of the story. What should we believe? What should you believe? Most of the times, you are a bit confused. Like, what is really happening? What is really going on? So he was even a black man, a black Jew, right? A traveler that was traveling and discovering places. He was the one that discovered America. And I bet you a lot of our white brothers and sisters will say this is not true. Oh no, it cannot be. How can a black man discover a land that they are now dominant in? A land that is built on the backs of black slaves, right? How can you say that? It will be like it's because you want to try your best to take out our land. You want to take our land. That's why you're creating stories that are not true. But hear them. It is them. It is them that are saying these things. Doesn't mean they have other agenda. They're trying to divert our attention to something. But I keep saying this, whatever is a lie, there is iota of truth in it. There's iota of truth in it. This now explains why they were emphasizing that in his travel books, Columbus stated that there were blacks, there were Africans already in America when he discovered America. This is the reason why they just have to put that there. They just cut a little bit of the pie for us, right? And then they went with a chunk of it. They went with the glory. Oh, it was a white man. But when he came, he said he saw a black man. You get the point? Anyway, what do you think? You leave your comment and thought there at the section, because a lot of times you don't really know what is what. A lot of time you don't really know, because the level of which the black image have suffered in America. Now to see that the one who even discovered the America was even a black man. Now see the level, sweetheart. What more should we say? What more should we say? Right? Because it's like most of the times you talk and then some persons will just come with some negative ideas. Some will come and then make comments as if they do not think, and then you ask yourself, if we keep living like this, blacks, Africans, right, our brothers and sisters, I'm not talking about far away even, I'm talking about me and you that have decided to lock up the senses that we have decided to lock up the brains that the Creator gave to us. We lock it up ourselves, so we don't even reason, we don't even think. And then when somebody's trying to reason and trying to think, trying to get down into the real thing, it's just like, oh, this person is trying to do this person is trying to do that. This is how we are. So there are a lot of things that have been exposed, right? Let's say within this past 5 years, if you have noticed, there are a lot of things coming to light, and that is why you see that the world is as if the world is in chaos. The world is in chaos. Now, those who were in charge of this lies, those who were in charge of covering the truth. You know, they did it so well, and they thought that it will never be exposed. And I love this saying that keeps saying that there is nothing that will be hidden forever under the sun. Whatever it is, one day it's going to come to light and everybody will see. This is exactly what is happening right now, that a lot of things we do not know about just all of a sudden just pop up. All of a sudden just pop up. You get the point? Now, they try their best to hide everything. Is it to flood the whole place so that there will be no trace of evidence? Is it to, mud flooding? And then, you get the point. They try their best to provoke nature so that nature gets angry and then do the best nature can do. Just to hide. Just to keep in the dark everybody that they are controlling. And then they give you reason why you have to be like this. They give you reason why there are some things you have to do so that you can be in a particular line. You can name them. All these things are control tactics. All these things are methods that they try to put us in check. According to them, they try to put us in check. They try to hold us down so that we don't even understand ourselves for who we are. We don't understand ourselves for who we are, and again, there are things that we will not discover. But as the day goes by, a lot of things are being exposed. You hear today that something has happened here. Archaeologists have discovered or something that they've been trying to before. It's not possible. Now it came out, right? Buildings all of a sudden that was not in a particular place just appeared. It's not magic. It's not magic. These are things that they try to hide. You know, the real essence of life, of humanity, these people have their hand on it, and that is why they could control us. They could control us so well. They create things and tell you why this thing is like this. And then you see them doing some things, you think that they are magicians, you think that they are gods, because that's what they want you to think. That's how they want you to look at them. So you look at yourself as so inferior. You can't do anything. Come on. Come on. Do you know sometimes when you sit and meditate, if you don't meditate at all, when you sit in that quietness and deep within your heart, do you not hear voices? Do you not know that there are things in you that are beyond the flesh you have? I do feel it. I don't know if you feel it. Now, when you cross the third dimension, the 3D world, when you cross the third dimension into the fifth dimension, you will understand me better. A lot of us Africans, a lot of us blacks are still in the third dimension, which they want us to keep remaining in, where we feel that anything aside from life here is a lie. They make you feel that anything aside from the flesh you feel is not reality, so you shouldn't believe it. But when you've crossed that third dimension into the fifth dimension, there are a lot of persons that have crossed to the fifth dimension, and that is why we have rise of knowledge every day. Things are being exposed every day because some persons are gradually crossing into the fifth dimension. Are you one of them is the question. And if you've not start crossing or start preparation of crossing, then you should ask yourself, what are you still doing? What are you waiting for? When you cross to the fifth dimension, there are things that you don't need someone to give you an answer for. Deep within your heart, when you close your eyes, you meditate, you see yourself receiving the answers to whatever it is that is the problem that you face. And that fifth dimension is where they don't want us to get to, especially as black people, especially as Africans. Do you know why? Because they know that we are more connected. We are more connected. So by the time we cross over to the fifth dimension, those lies that they hid, we don't need a soothsayer to come tell us that this is what their plans are. Because we're already connected to nature. We're already connected to the Creator. The vibration around us, the vibration that tells us what is true and what is false. That's what I keep saying in my previous videos. I keep repeating it, that if you are connected to self, to yourself, to the you know when someone is lying to you. You know when someone is saying the truth. So you don't need a lie detector to say, okay, this person is lying. You just look at somebody and observe. You're gonna feel it's gonna connect. Because all we ever need, all we are always in search for, is within us. And do you know why they will tell you that when you concentrate on yourself too much is bad? You are being selfish. Because when you concentrate on yourself, you discover yourself. And that's in you that you don't know, you get to know it. So they tell you that when you concentrate on yourself is bad. It's called selfishness, self-love. That self-love is bad. A lot of preachers have been preaching this. Now I'm not saying you shouldn't look at your brother and help your brother. I'm not saying you should look at, that is a different thing. That is a different thing. I'm talking about concentrating on yourself as well. Finding time for yourself. Enough of others. When do you find time to meditate? When do you find time to be in touch with who you are? When do you find time to rediscover yourself and check yourself? How are you in the spirit? This is what they don't want. And they make you feel like by the time you keep thinking about yourself and then your well-being and who you are, it's like you are being selfish. So you should love others more than you love yourself. These are things hidden in plain sight. They want to divert your attention from you. So by the time you are putting your attention on someone else, you are losing yourself at the process. If you understand, you understand. I am not saying you shouldn't love a brother. I am not saying you shouldn't take care of a brother. I am not saying you shouldn't be a good Samaritan. Sweetheart, when you do all these things, you know you do it even unto yourself. When you are good to someone, your energy will be energy that is, you will be calm and focused. When you're bad to someone, you get angry. And in the process of that anger, you pollute your energy. So all these things is rotated around us. But they wouldn't say, they wouldn't explain to this point. They wouldn't know. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. Until you make that effort to leave that comfort zone they've created for you. That fake comfort zone they created for you. Those barriers they tied around you so you couldn't see beyond, until you decide to leave that place. Then a lot will still be hidden in plain sight for you. You will be seeing it clearly, but you will not see. You'll be hearing it, but you will never understand. Now, what do you think? Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Love yourself. I keep saying this in all my videos. You have to love yourself before you love others. You have to discover yourself so you could see clearly to discover others. Love yourself, then love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.